and welcome to Transport Fever. My name is Ajaxpost, and since the last time you joined me, we've moved on 3 years or so, possibly something of that order anyway. Largely so I can sort of get my bank balance under control. As you can see, we're down to 6.5 million in loan, for which we're paying, what's that, about 97.5k or so in interest, which is, you know, it's not actually a great deal in terms of the profit we're making per year. So I mean, look at that. What's our profit last year? Income rather was 5.19 million, which is pretty healthy, and we made a profit on that considering we spent quite a lot on new vehicles. Well, that's what I've done while you were away, because I was concerned about the profitability of a number of lines, one of which was the old farm route. So as you see here, we've got this lovely train carrying lots of livestock and wheat from the farm down near Newbury. Yeah, oh, look at that. That's just too many. Up here to the food processing plant near Exeter. It didn't seem to be processing enough food, because I think my delivery schedule was slightly off. For one thing, we weren't delivering quite enough to the station here, and as has been mentioned in the comments before, for goods trains, it's more the quantity that really counts rather than speed. So I've upped, I think, almost all the trains on that particular route to using the latest wagons, which carry 6, I think, per, something like that. So six goods per wagon. And they've all got the, is that the Prussian on there? It is. So it's travelling at a fair old lick, so that's not too bad. So they're putting 36 odd livestock into the food processing plant each trip, and I've also taken off from the farm produce the need to actually pick up food, which was causing it to delay here. Even if I kept it down to the minimum 1 minute wait, you would every now and then get a train sat here waiting to go into the platform, which basically just meant I was losing money. And let's just get rid of that excess money in the bank balance, just in case it turns over the year without me realising it. So I don't want to pay extra interest on that. So it just took extra time to get the money coming into the bank. So now, while I was doing that, I noticed a little thing, which kind of fits into something that the game developers made comment about in the sort of release notes and the description of the game, which I've not really paid much attention to. And that's to do, and I'm looking at the wrong route actually, I want to look at this other route here, Coventry to Churchill, which is actually, can I actually show that here? Lines balance, that way up. Coventry to Churchill, well, they're all actually quite profitable. Newbury to Coventry though, where is it? Sorry, that's what I was looking at. Is well, very profitable. They're all putting in good money, but the one which I think we can make best use of here, let me just check the vehicles we've got here. They're all using, well, we've still got a Borsig on there, that needs to change, and this is the Borsig as well there. That needs to change. One thing I noticed, and these are very old, so they're costing me an arm and a leg, as you can see. Actually, I need to get to a train to see that, don't I? So if we take that one there, details, running costs 191k a year, which kind of, well, we're making lots of money, but I could do with spending less to keep it going. So I'm going to replace that one soon. That's going to be the first thing to do in the first part of this video. But one thing I noticed here was this ticket price per kilometre, 1.57 on the Borsig. Now, do I have a Prussian? Is that a Prussian? Oh, it's an even newer train. If we look at this route, it's 1.89. What the game is doing is the faster train, the bigger, better, more powerful, faster train you've got on a route, the more you can charge in ticket price, which obviously feeds into the profitability of the line. But going back to what the developers were saying when they released the game, is that some passengers prefer to get there fast wherever they're going. Some prefer to use a cheaper route. So you could actually, I suppose, have two routes going between two places, one of which was at the cheap end and you get passengers for that, and you'd have one which was going really fast and really expensive, and you could get profit from that. That might be something worth trying, to be honest. But what I think we can do here, because we're using very old trains here on this route, is upgrade them. Now, do I actually have a replacement plan in place? I don't yet. So actually, let me just check. How many have we got here in Coventry? Going back there, we've got 51, and we're currently carrying 32. Yeah, we could carry a lot more than that, couldn't we? 109. Okay, so we want faster and more people on that line. So our replacement. Now the Borsig at the moment is going 28, and that's giving me my ticket price of 157. Now that Plymouth line, I think, was using this one, which is actually, which line? Maybe I should pay attention. So that is the SB21, which was that one, which is going 43, and that's bringing in 1.89k. So if we use that one, well, we do have faster trains there. Oh, but look at that! Oh, I'm making so much money now; it's getting ridiculous. Right, sorry. Yes. So what we'll do is, what train shall we put in there? I'm tempted to go for train 9. Which train is that? Well, that's Churchill. Well, that is another old slow one. We will deal with that one later, perhaps. I think we'll stay with this one for the moment. Although, actually, that's this is a GW. This is a modded train, so I could well use this one. That's a mod as well. That's 37. Which is a bit faster than that. So how does that one, in terms of 250, 80? This is, I want to go with this one actually, I think. Yep, it's a modded train, GWR, so it fits into the whole English sort of scheme that I've got, the plan. The purpose of this map is to be a kind of England, in the sense I've given all the places English place names. So can I use English coaches? Now we've got a couple. They're very expensive. What have I got on there at the moment? Those are the Bavarian cars, which are carrying 8. And they cost me 155, so I could go up to 11. Yeah, I mean, look at these. These. Oh, that one's. Actually, that one goes at 45. So what's our train do here? That goes at 50. Now this one goes at 45, so it's not that much slower. It carries 10 passengers. As opposed to the 8, I think 2 more there. Oh, that carries 11. That doesn't go as fast. You know what? I'm going to go with this one. So we're going to say, oh, actually, I need to change the colour on this, don't I? Need to make sure I'm consistent with my plan. There we go. Red corporate colour. That's beautiful. We don't want the first one, we'll just take the red one. And the wagons, we'll go for the short one, which is cheaper. It's only carrying 10 though, so but faster. So that is 20, 30. And how many are we carrying at the moment? 32. It's bumped up to 14. Now that's 2 million for each of these. That's scary. That is very scary. Now, you have to pay 3.87 million on that. But I don't have enough money, strangely enough. Now, can I get 4 mil? Oh, let me wait till it turns over the year. Shall I? Let's speed this up a little bit. So we're going to follow this train. Look at that, it's a wonderful old Borsig, travelling at a fabulous 28 miles an hour. I mean, it is bringing in the money. I mean, look at that, 405. I mean, it obviously dips as the years turn over. Right, so what's my financing look like? Let's take that back to modest speed. 82. So I need to get nearly 4 million. There we go. Can I replace all those trains immediately? Yes. Oh dear, what have I done? Where's the other one? Is the other one going into a train station? This one is. So let's get up close on you, shall we? So just to remind ourselves, at the moment this line, passenger paying 1.57k per kilometre. Now, being a modded train, it may or may not take the colour, actually, think worth remembering. Are you going to change? And it's taken the colour. Oh, look at that. That's a good looking loco. That is. Now, unfortunately, the modder of this, I mean, again, I'm not a modder, I don't know what their limitations are in terms of what they can do, but the modder has said that although it takes colour, it won't take the custom logo, and in fact both the carriages and the loco here are from the same modder, if I remember correctly. JK. All the descriptions and the links will be in the description from the video below, so you can find it all out there. But sorry, as you were saying, it doesn't take aging or your own customised logos, which is a bit of a shame, but I'm just so happy to have something really kind of old English in here. That's nice. That is nice. You can't really see into the carriages there, which is a bit of a pity, but he's done a better job than I could have done, so kudos. Thank you very much indeed. So these are all now carrying 40 passengers in each direction, and I'm, what have I got? 8.5 million in debt. So I've only got 1.5 million headroom for the next upgrades I want to do. Let's move this on a bit further. I want to see how much money they make when they actually arrive in the station. So in fact, how are we doing? Oh, I don't really want that. Actually, what do the charts look like here? I've added new tracks recently. So yeah, population, everything seems to be growing quite nicely. Lovely job. I don't want that. This is what I want. So yeah, everything's making money. Again, there's just a few of my coach services, and that train delivery. That train delivery of food to Churchill. Let's slow that down a little bit now. Is very, because it takes a long time. There's only one train on that route, so it's sort of intermittently. 1 year profit, 1 year not, more or less. So, what are we going to see here? $218. Look at that. Oh dear, 666k. Oh, thank goodness it's changed. Whew, that was running a bit close. Okay, so it's not actually full here coming from Churchill to Coventry, but we're getting money. Oh, I've got the wrong box up. So, I'm happy with that, I think. So the line profit now. Oh, farm produce is nearly $1 million. Coventry to Churchill, That's only just started running. Okay, right, but the main thing I wanted to check here was how much I'm charging my passengers per kilometre. 2.16k. Now that's an improvement over 1.57 or whatever it was, isn't it? That's nice. I only noticed that bit of information just the other day when I was sort of playing on and testing out a few ideas. Now that one's arrived in Coventry and he's picking up a full load. Oh, look at that. Nice big green bars. Okay. Right. Now, my next plan actually involves spending a fair amount of money. So what I'm going to do, if you don't mind too much, I'm going to roll the game on possibly another year just to sort of get myself some more headroom in terms of cash flow, and then we will be back and do something quite exciting with cargo. Actually, before I do that, I will update this this train here. Let's look at that. He's getting old. Is he the only one on that line? Oh no, it's that train. Right, yeah, we need to upgrade that one. Oh. Yeah. So, right, I will upgrade him. I think what we'll do, we'll put a Prussian or something on there. Nothing too expensive, so it'll go a bit faster. So we'll get more than 1.57. And we'll probably use the same carriages, to be honest, because they're nice and cheap. And actually, how many passengers are we carrying here? So this is Churchill to Exeter. Let's get that in name order. 60 full, so we are full. 32 each way, and as you can see, there are. I think we might need bigger carriages on there. Okay, right, I will take a short intermission here. You will hopefully see nothing apart from a funky little video effect, or maybe just a plain fade. Who knows what I'll put in here. And then I'll be back with the second part of this, which is a whole new route. Well, I hope that... Yeah, stop waffling, get on with it. Right, I'll be back in a moment. Don't go away. Okay, and we're back. Now, I was going to replace both trains on the Churchill to Exeter line. Only one of them was actually really old, but it just got very expensive, and I thought I need to recoup that money quite quickly so I can carry on with the rest of this this particular episode. So on that line, I've just replaced the one, so we still have an old Borsig running, which is now very old. But we put a Prussian in charge of the other train. There is now being run on a Prussian, but that does mean that the actual ticket price hasn't gone up, because following on from what I was saying earlier, the ticket price is based upon the slowest train that you're running on that line, or the slowest vehicle on that line. So it's still giving me the price as if they were both running at Borsig speed. Now I will replace that one, but right now I want to do something new, something exciting, something potentially quite challenging. Now we've got lots of passengers being run around, and we have actually scope to increase the capacity of our passenger routes, but we only have one real produce line, one freight line, which is the farm produce from here all the way up there. I'm sure you got tired of me explaining it by now. Up there, then back down again, and then round. So trains should be making money in at least two directions, though not very much in the second cargo they're carrying, which is the food back to Newbury. Now, another fairly simple, straightforward industry chain that I can make use of is oil. Now, oil here can be transferred or transformed into what's that? Oil or fuel, which is probably much the same thing, but obviously different gradations of it, as you'll be familiar with if you know anything much about the petroleum industry, which I don't particularly, to be honest. But and fuel is used by towns. So if we just go to Plymouth here, being nearest, there you are. Fuel is needed there for the commercial, sorry, the industrial segment of the town. The oil is transformed into something else, which I think is plastics. Where is it? There it is. Oh, no, that's not it. Where is it? Oh, there it is. There's a plastics over here. So this transforms oil or wheat into plastic, which is then used by the towns. I'm not really ready yet for a 2-stage or a 3-stage industrial chain. So what we want to do is take oil from one of these fields. There's 3 of them here fairly close to this refinery, and then deliver it to these towns. Now the fun thing we could try and do is do it using boats. So we could the fuel here. Now the question is, is that close enough to the water here to put a dock in and get fuel transported down there? Because that's apparently one of the really good uses of boats, is to transport fuel over longish distances. That's not hugely distant, but it's far enough. Or we could use rail to deliver it. In fact, to both those places. That's, if I took the contours, not the contours on, that's actually a relatively flattish contour along the waterfront there. So we could transport our fuel rather to both Whitchurch and, is that Thatcham? That was Thatcham down there. So that could be a nice sort of petroleum hub for this whole end of the map, and possibly if we can get a dock in there, then start transporting fuel down this side as well. There is a petroleum plant around here somewhere, but yeah, this side is just hills. Far too many. Okay, now the trick is, which is the cheapest way to lay a line? Is it going to be from this, that's oil, isn't it? Yeah. Is it going to be from there down to there, or here across the water? Now, a quick check. Very rough and ready. So if we were to take track down from there to there, 1.24 million. That's fairly slow up there, isn't it? Well, it is cheaper going that way. Oh, so it's because I've got the wooden bridge selected. Yeah, it gets faster if I choose a more modern bridge material. So that might actually work going up there, or getting a bridge across here. Well, that actually looks a lot cheaper, doesn't it? But the trick is keeping that river Oh, it is. That's not too bad, actually. That works. Though, ideally, I'd like the orientation of this station to be, what's the word? Is it lateral to the? I don't know. in the same axis as the water itself. So going from east to west or west to east, rather than north and south. Now this. Now if I do that, I probably won't make much money on the train, so I'd want the train then to actually deliver fuel like my farm produce one does. So it does the oil and then the fuel. I could do that, couldn't I? Right, let's try that now. How far away? We're going to need a train station along here. We'll use a standard one. I think we'll need at least 2 platforms. The trick is it won't highlight that until I connect this to a road. So I can actually be quite far out. So if I have it at that sort of orientation, there, that might work. It might give you enough curvature from the oil well there to get in. Okay, now if I selected, make sure I selected the cargo station, that's better. One, two, four. Now let me place a road first. Just give me too much, don't give me that. So about there. There needs to be a country road. Something like that. Yeah, that's nice. I can fiddle with this bit of road here, that's not a problem. 152? That's suddenly got a lot more expensive. What if I bring the road out a bit more to there, say? I must, that's because it wants to go down below ground, isn't it? I'm not going to worry, I'm going to delete that bit of road. I'm not worried too much about it, on the assumption that it will work. So there we are, 122. That's a beauty. And the road. Yeah, it does good. I think what was happening there was that the road here was level. So it tried to put the station here at the same level as the road, which was sort of down from the current ground level. So it's costing me money. Now there is a mod which actually allows you to put your stations in at a slope to better match odd contours in the game. Now I don't think I've got that installed here. I might have downloaded it, but I've not installed it. Okay, so where does this station need to go? We only need one platform here, I think, at the moment. Again, a medium size will do for what we're doing here. I'm going to need room to get across the river, aren't I? And get a proper curve in. So if I place it up here a bit, yeah, that should be fine. And connect you. That's all good. Yeah, you light up, everything lights up. Job's a good one. Okay. Right, now can I reproduce that bridgey thing? No. Oh, this is going to be where the game gets me. Ooh, that's it. Right. It does need to be that high. I want to make it faster, so it's going to need to be at least stone. 56, that's probably about the fastest they go at the moment. Is that okay to curve in there? I think it should be okay, actually. Right, here goes the money. Ah, no, I haven't got the green under the bridge properly. It needs to be, that's better. That's what we want. That should be okay. Right, famous last word, and that goes in there. I'm going to need to get rid of that bit of road, aren't I? Yes. Bang. There you go. Nicely done. I'll put that road in there. I don't think anyone's using it. I'm not getting a warning message up there, so it's not connecting towns or anything. I should get rid of that as well. That bit. This is just cosmetic, really, because as we said, nothing is actually using the road as such. We might want our train to come across there, so we'll just, it's ugly as sin, but it'll do for now. There you go. Okay. Right, so we now deliver oil there. Shall we lay in the fuel as well? Might as well, while I've got money to burn. Right, so one thing to check here. Right, the industrial complex is here. So ideally, to save me putting in trucks to deliver the fuel in town, we want the station up here somewhere. And it would probably go on, so again, more or less in line with the riverbank. Can I put in a bit of road here? Not at that price, I'm not. Okay. $901, that will do nicely, sir. And our train station, again, I'll just leave it as the one platform for the moment, just to keep the current costs down. Oh, and that's looking quite good actually. If I can get it, yes, if I just delete this little nub here, that's pretty much all of the industrial sector covered, isn't it? For a mere 105, 104, 103, 100. Oh, this. Oh, I say this is getting much. I like this a lot. Okay, 99.5. Job done. Right. I dare say the track from there to over here. Too much curvature, that'd be silly. That will need to line up with that track there. 2.7, and there again, see lots of cutting into the landscape, which we will avoid. Don't want to do that. Get rid of this little bit of road here, just in case it upsets the perfect balance and line of my track. Actually, that sort of line's fine. We might want to draw it down a piece, I think, because yeah, there are hills up there, so there's going to be some sort of slope. Well, I'm liking this. This is nice and easy and relatively inexpensive so far. Don't want to go too far down. No, because I'm going to have to come up again now, aren't I? Yeah, we don't want to do that. Oh, you've got that little nub in there of little land. Oh, I hadn't noticed that. That will upset it. Come on, we're not digging all that out. We could climb a bit here. That's fine. It's getting a bit pricier now, but I think we're okay. Yeah, we're going up here. This is lovely and flat and fast. Right, now we're getting into expensive territory. Would it be cheaper if I came out this way a little bit? I think that will do. You see it's going up there. Yeah, we don't. I mean, that's nice and flat and fast, but do I want to spend all that money on building embankments? Probably not. So we'll keep it reasonably flat and low key here. This is looking a lot healthier in terms of prices, but will it line up? That's sweet. All done without getting any more loans. It's fast, isn't it? That's the main thing. It may not be perfectly flat, but what the heck? Okay, so we now have a route taking oil from here to the refinery there to create fuel to deliver to Whitchurch. Right, now oil, from what I've seen of all the other playthroughs and let's plays, and the guy, I don't want that, I want you to get rid of that really. So click the right icons and the job gets done. We're going to need more money. We're going to need a lot more than that. We're probably going to need 2 million for a good train, I think. And that is actually quite a long route, so we may well end up putting 2 trains on there very quickly, depending on how soon this builds up. Again, from what I've seen, the oil industrial chain can be very efficient and very fast. Now what I've done here for my trains, for the depot, I've added another mod in. Now the reason for that is simply cost saving. That's 29, this is 19, so that's only 10k actually, isn't it? So I could actually put it in here. I'm not saving much. It's a nice mod. The way it works is, I think there are other variations of this. This is one which looks a bit odd. I'll put it in and I'll show you how it works, if nothing else. So there you go. Okay, so what train do we want? It's going to be, now that's 37, that's 604. Now we've got a new GWR came up, I think, while I was away. I thought that was that, maybe it wasn't that one. The order they appear in this list is a little bit odd, I think. That was the one we had to start with. I'm sure I saw another GWR come up. No, or maybe that was replaced. Actually, let me just. Why do I keep clicking the wrong thing? Now, where did I put the GWR? Actually, let's get rid of that. It's not that I want, is it? It's this. According to Churchill, that's right. So this is 3252. Oh, it is a new one. Right, so that one has obviously gone out of service that we put on the Coventry to Churchill line. So, which does, well, this one does it's a bit faster, well, it is a good deal more expensive. That will be why then. I'm not sure I want to spend $1 million just yet on a train. So what choices do I have? That's reasonably powerful. It's only 37 miles an hour, which isn't a big deal perhaps for goods. I think all these trains down here, again, quite a few of these are mods. All these KKSTBs and so on are a modded train, but they're all very expensive. The Prussian looks so reasonable, doesn't it? But it's not very fast anymore. It is very slow now. It's going to be running out of service in 20 years. That one's due to run out as well, actually. So what's this one? I think this is the better one in terms of power and tractive effort. That one's amazing. That one equally. This one isn't quite so powerful, but it is. Do you know, that one's slow but powerful. No, we want something a bit faster than that. So that's 340.55. That's considerably more. How much headroom have I got? I could take another 2 million. Yeah, let's do that. Right, that's my maximum loan. I shouldn't need all of it. So that's one of you. There you go. Oh heck. Oh, I'm worrying about this. And the wagons are going to be freight. And thankfully, these fuel wagons will take both oil and fuel, crude oil Ah, yeah, of course, that's what it is. Yeah, I thought there was I thought I had another oil wagon in here. I'm mistaken. 156k. And that travels at 55 actually. That's right, 50. Yeah, that's fine. That fits in reasonably well with the train. Okay, so we'll take 1, 2, 3 of those to 4 of those to start with, I think, and that gives us 20. That's fine. I think we'll be pretty much empty on our first run, and then after that, by the time it gets back here, they've probably ramped up production quite a lot, so we need a new line. And this is going to go from here. We'll put full on there. We will want it to fill up. It won't the first time round. And then go there for fuel, and finally there to deliver the fuel and make its way all the way back. Excellent. What should we call this one? We will call this one Thatcham Oil, because that is what it is delivering. Okay. I'll actually change the name of these. I don't like the names of these stations, so I'll change those as well. The colour of the line. It's not very visible, is it? That's a bit better. Okay, certainly when you're in a bit closer, you can see the arrows. That'll work. A very dirty brown colour. That is oil, isn't it? Now you see here, this is how this mod works. It kind of pulls the train in from under the ground, a little bit away from the actual depot itself. So it looks a bit odd. There's another one which I think works a little bit better. I'm not sure, that I've seen in some Let's Plays. But it does the trick, and I've shown it to you now, so if you want that, it's a nice little thing. It's just a buffer, so you don't need to put those thundering great buildings in wherever you need to spawn trains, to use that term. Alright, let's pay down some of this loan. I don't want to get caught out again at the end of the year. Speed up fast. Oh, we've got oil already. We won't wait for that to fill up. We will send him out straight away. Now look, this is. Where's that figure? Keep an eye on that. Where's our train? There we go. 51. That's not too bad for a start. So it will be in the region of 100k oil. There's no fuel. Oh, lots more of these modded trains. They're going to be. They look glorious there, don't they? I will have to use some of them. Should we not wait for him to do the whole trip? Oh, let's follow him. I think we may be able to add more tank wagons to the end of this. This train, they're only double speed. Oh, just missed that. Pay that off. There we go. So I'm down to 8.5 million in loan. Well, at the end of this year, I might well have repaid all I've taken out for this new route, which should be good. Think about how are the numbers stacking up. I'm already in profit. Amazing. Oh, yes, this is a variant on the one we saw earlier. Okay, it's very clean. It's quite a simple model. It's very nicely done. It's got all the sort of logos and stuff. They're all built in. As I said, you can't put your own custom logos on there like I could on these. These are in-game tank wagons, so they will age and they will take my logo. But that's not always true of modded assets. But sometimes when you've got a really good model, you don't care too much, to be honest. The other thing that this modder has done is he's actually put 2 men in the loco. Is that raining? Well, actually, is that dripping steam? I don't know if you can see that. But that actually looks like dripping steam coming down from the smoke plume. That is awesome. As indeed is the sound effects for this. I mean, they're all part of the mod. I mean, you probably know all this, to be honest. I mean, you've been playing and following these videos yourself since the game came out last November. So I dare say you'll be familiar with all that. But in case you're not, yeah. So all the sounds and everything, they're all built in and customised as appropriate, and again, a really nice job done here. This is a very long haul back, isn't it, to pick up the crude. And I've already got 28 there. I think I am going to need 2 trains very soon, and this train costs nearly 2 million. In fact, it might cost over that once we add a couple more wagons to it, and I'll need to double track. So that's what we will do, I think, for the next episode. But for now, I think what I'll do is, if I position myself over here, so we should see our awesome new loco coming over the bridge. Just speed him up a bit so we can get here. Well, I thank you very much for your time today. It's very good of you to join me in this episode of Transport Fever. If you've enjoyed it, please do leave us a like. Any thoughts, suggestions for new mods that I can use, ideas or critiques of what I'm doing with the game, be very welcome. Just leave something in the comments boxes below. I'll just pause this here if I want to send him to the depot to get more wagons. Then just make some comments in the boxes below, as I've just said. And if you've not done so already, why not subscribe? And then you'll know as soon as I upload another video in this or any of my other Let's Play series. But for now, from me, Ajaxpost, lovely whistle, thank you so much, very timely. From me, Ajaxpost, for now, until next time, bye bye.